That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the 50, it's long. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
That's going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Flacco keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Texans push further out in front.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. It's the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive.
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
65, 65, 65, 65. Hey, exit.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
It's our field. It's our field.
Clock.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Garoppolo on the offense with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Check the out. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58.
21.
Hey.
Garoppolo on first down. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Here we go.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They got 18 loves to go deep. Put a body on.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
So we're at halftime in the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the sneak, here's Flacco. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Flacco. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good first here, 2nd and 3. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Double dog, that's the way. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Now Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
11. Hey, orbit.
Garoppolo now. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
21.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
58, boys, 58.
Lock.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the curl, watch the clown.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First down, Texans.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Watch the curl. 11B. 58, boy, 58.
Hey, Zoo.
I'm going to run you over. 58 to Mike, 58.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
13 yards. First down, Houston.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Off of play action, Luck. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Butker's kick here is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. 21. Here we go. Hey, wahoo!
Garoppolo. That's caught by Jackson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down New Orleans.
13.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
56. I got you. 6, right there. 56.
Hey, team 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Bag it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. He's kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Under under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
11.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DJ Reader. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go, Mexico.
Throwing now, Luck. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it's going to be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Undercrush.
Play action. It's locked. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Lock on 3rd down. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
On the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Houston, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.